It is 3 degrees in Canada, otherwise known as 38 degrees in the States. Now, I did want to just say that my heart does go out to all of you living in the East who are suffering from this incredible cold that we're not feeling, of course, because I'm busy watching crocuses come up and life being quite pleasant. I mean, there's nothing wrong with this temperature, you know what I mean? If this is winter, I don't mind. And I know that some of you really are struggling, and there's part of me that really feels for you, and there's another part of me that goes, you wanted that weather, you got it. So, what can I say? Life is pretty good at this part. Now, I'm not sure that we have had the end of the nasty stuff or even the white stuff. I'm pretty sure this reminds me of when we had the Olympics, when it was just incredibly warm during the Olympics and we were trucking in snow to try and make it look like we had a white situation. And it still is one of my greatest memories that one camera accidentally panned out, zoomed out instead of zooming in. And showed the green next to the snow that they'd trucked in. I think it was on the Moguls or something. It was really quite funny. And there were people sunbathing in the snow. So, no, it wasn't hot, you understand. It was still single digits, but Canadian single digits, not American. But it was funny. I always remember that we were walking around saying, do you think we should tell them that February doesn't normally look like this? And we said, nah. Let them learn the hard way the same we did. Now, I've got the cream eyeshadow on today that came in a pencil. So it's like a crayon, a creamy crayon. And I really must say that I picked it up on sale because I really rather like the look of it, the colours. And I still feel that way. And it goes really well with this brown and white outfit that I wear. But I managed to get some of it in my eye by the feel of it. So I'm trying to find out where I've got a tissue. I think I was a good girl and put some in my pocket today. So as soon as I get to a red light or before, I'm going to stop my eye from crying. If I can. Okay, so if you see me in tears, it's not that I'm unhappy. So I got rid of the worst of it. I don't think I have. Never mind. Alright, so all is good. I didn't get a chance to see any comments this morning. I was a bit later, so I didn't get a chance to see what people had said about the vlog last night. But hopefully some of you saw that there are people really genuinely interested in helping to contribute. Now, I'm trying to think what is the best way to get all this information together. I think maybe I need to put up a questionnaire and let people put their thoughts on the questionnaire so that we've got them documented and we're not trying to find them all in lots of different comments that were made over a series of different days. It'll all be on one sort of central place. That's what I'm thinking. And then give everybody who commented the right to have a look at the answers that everybody else gave. I've got a feeling that's probably a plan. But I won't have a chance to think about that until the weekend. So, I don't think I will anyway. really realized that, you remember before this last weekend came about, I told you all that speaking takes a great deal out of my body. I think I let you guys know that. And it's one of the reasons why I had to stop speaking in some ways, because it was too big a strain on my body. It was great for 20 years, don't get me wrong. I was very, very grateful for how my body stood up to 20 years of that level of stress. But it definitely paid its price, and it was the most peculiar thing. I just woke up one morning and the energy wasn't there. And then, because of the fact that I had the garlic, that also depleted energy. It's enough that somebody who really could, that works energy, could really feel it and see it. And so then I performed on top of that, and it's not really surprising that I'm feeling just a little slow this week. My eyes are tired. I feel like I haven't had enough sleep, although I have. I've been pretty good about getting enough sleep to try and recover, but it just takes time. And so I'm trying to keep very low to the ground, at work as well. When I say low to the ground, I'm trying not to interact too much, because I know that if I'm weak in energy, then I'm probably weak in tolerance as well. The office went out for a luncheon yesterday, and I stayed back and carried on doing some work because I'm so far behind. A lot of things have happened that have put me behind my normal work schedule, and so I'm doing things that allow me to go at my pace rather than get overwhelmed more than I am. And I really recommend that to all of you. If you've got too many things going at you from too many different directions, it's really a good idea to, number one, take stock of all the things. I know it sounds insane because you're too busy to do that, but it actually does help to stop and maybe take half an hour and go, okay, let's write a list of all the things that I'm trying to do at once. And then see how many of those things you can do multitasking. Now, for example, I was already running a little bit behind the 8 ball this morning, and yet when I was making my lunch to go to work, I knew that watering flowers in the house was one of the things that have way too far behind. I'm sorry, I've got a car in front of me that is in the fast lane and shouldn't be. And that's what causes accidents. Anyway, so this morning when I was getting up and I was making my lunch, I said, okay, fine, let me go and water at least 2 or 3 flowers. So let's, let me just water 2 or 3 flowers, and that's what I did. And then tomorrow morning I will do a few more until I get all the way around the house. Because otherwise, they're just going to die. That one car is holding up half a mile of traffic, I swear. That's incredible. So, what can I say? Some people. And I've clean forgotten where I was. Was I saying anything interesting? There is the question. I doubt it. No idea. I hate it when that happens. Oh well. Energy. The lack thereof must have been there. So the question is, what am I going to do for the next couple of days? I tell you, there must be a full moon or something tonight. Because all the weird people are out driving when they shouldn't be. Anyway, so what I was going to say was, do you know what to do to get yourself back on track? And the answer is, the first thing you need to do is really get a grip on what it is you have to do or want to do, normally two different things. And then work out how you can multitask if possible, and if not, how you can let some go out of your mind. Yes, it would be nice to do this, and this, but would it be the end of the world if you didn't? The truth is, so many of these things we want to do but are not critical. And so we sort of see them as critical, but they really aren't. And the same with work. There are lots of things I would like to do to catch up and be sort of not up to date, but closer to up to date. And it's not going to happen. So I've just got to look at, okay, what do I want to do to get done this week and maybe start again next week. And when I say start again next week, I'd start again trying to be on schedule. Not up to date, just on schedule. And the thing that really does work, and I always think of Yvonne when I talk about this, is she always calls about kachunkas, doing things in kachunkas. I think that's what she calls them. In other words, split your day up into, I will spend this much time doing this job, and then move on to the next one. So in other words, if every day you spent half an hour doing Windows, for example, if that's what the job is that needs to be done, if you spent half an hour every day, or even 10 minutes, we know, doing Windows, then you'd probably get around the Windows pretty quickly, within a week or so. I also used to find, I don't know if any of you have learnt this trick, if you are couch potatoes and like to watch television, which not many people do these days, then I used to find it's amazing what you could get done during the commercials. Sorry, it's still beeping. It really was amazing what you could get done during the commercials if you wanted to. And I used to sit with my bottle of Windex, which I used to make myself, with my bottle of Windex and a cloth. And every time the commercials came on, I used to jump up and go and do one window or part of a window, and then I go and sit down and see the rest of the program, and then I jump up and do part of the window until the window was done. And it worked really well. I find now, because I watch less television, that that's not as easy. But we actually have more control, because with computers we can put those on hold until we're ready. So that is my recommendation to you, which is, whether it's at work or at home, put things into kachunkas. Okay, between 6 and 6:30 I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do as much of that as I can, and then I'll move on to the next task. Now, some of you will find that more stressful than trying to do one evening of a task. I don't think it really matters, except do you leave out the same task? And that's my issue. So I'm hoping that we're going to keep having a rain-free day. It's very mild, actually. I'm not quite sure what's going on, but I'm very happy about it. We don't seem to have rain, and we don't seem to have snow. It's just mild. And we're not used to that. Normally our winters are pretty soggy or snowy. And normally not much snow, but mostly rain. So we've got a very, very pleasant, I think Laurie said that yesterday, you know, one of the nicer Januaries I can remember. And we're getting close to the end of it, so really nice. I'm hoping that you all have a really good day. I know that a lot of you have been sort of quite quiet. Not sure if it's the season. Of course, it could just be that I'm not doing stuff that really warrants a lot of comment. Good point. So I will see what I can rustle up in the near future. Have an awesome day. And really what I would ask for you today is work on a couple of extra smiles. It's amazing what a smile will do. Or even a touch, you know what I mean? A light touch on a shoulder or on an arm or whatever. A connection of some sort with another human being. And I don't know how to describe that. It's amazing the difference it makes to people. And however tough your life is at the moment, understand, as I'm sure you do, that there are people that are having a lot harder time than you are. And maybe the people that you're meeting are not having a tougher time than you are, but maybe the people they're looking after are. Because we never know, do we? We never know what people go home to. We might see them looking quite cheery in the lineup or on the bus or wherever, but we really don't know what they're going through in the rest of their lives. So maybe one smile from you could cheer up their day quite significantly, because maybe they're just faking that they're doing okay. And if you're faking that you're doing okay, then I wish you lots of courage in doing that. Because the fact that you try is a good step towards being. Oh, look at that, the cops. Pulled over. Very unsuspecting driver. I wonder why. Of course, it was a plainclothes car, if you know what I mean. It was a cop car in disguise, made to look like a regular commuter car. Part of me thinks that's really not fair. But, as I always say, if I'm obeying all the rules and doing all the right things, why would that be a problem to me? And the answer is it wouldn't. So the only reason it's unfair is if you get caught doing something you shouldn't be, by a car that doesn't look like a cop car. Oh, I'd love to tell you I was a perfect person. I wish I could. I just can't do that. Anyway, here's it. I hope you have a great day. Smile at somebody today. I have no idea what I put in my eye, but I need to get that out. Maybe it's a hair or something that's in there that I can't feel. And I will chat with you tomorrow. There's a big virtual hug to those of you who need it. That would be everybody, I'm pretty sure. And have fun. This is DearMamaSal saying thanks for watching. Bye for now.